everyone, and I want to say hi before you listen this story, and because now I just finished research about this story. This story is about it's a true story, and it's one of a Thai tragic love story, and now it's become like a legendary love story of Thailand. Because I'm a sensitive woman, I'm so sensitive, so why I even I heard it before when I know this story before, but when I listen to this story again, and when I read about it again, a deep down about the details, I I cry a lot. I want to say I cry a lot. So don't waste your time here. Let's start the story. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is Siam Sinister Stories. Based on the last episode, I think the story I told was quite heavy. Sorry about that. So this episode, I would like everyone to relax a bit. This story will be about truth, legend, love, and a tourist destination that I think you might want to visit at least once if you are in Thailand and looking for a legendary landmark. Today, I'm taking you all on a trip down south to a place that looks like a pretty normal bridge crossing the sea. But trust me, behind that beautiful view and the cool sea breeze lie one of the most epic and heartbreaking love tragedies ever told. The legend of Sarasin Bridge. Sarasin Bridge isn't just a concrete road connecting Phuket to the mainland of Phang. Is a witness to the love story of Godam and Gil, a love that was broken by something you couldn't even see. Their crazy different social classes and status. Back then, Thai society, especially within the Chinese communities that had settled here, was super strict about status and family life. They were told to only marry people on the same level to keep the family name and business solid. You had these families with deep roots, long histories, and a reputation to protect, and they took it all incredibly seriously. At that time, Phuket was a huge deal because of its tin mining industry, which created a bunch of super rich Chinese families. These families weren't just rich, they were the economic and cultural leaders of the community. Their wealth and influence gave them an unspoken power, and they used it to maintain a social order where connections and liars were everything. So, keeping up with your social status was like the most important thing ever. Gil was the daughter of one of those wealthy families. At just 19 years old, her family owned vast tracts of land and had major interest in the tin mining business. She was a student at a teacher's college, well-educated, spoke multiple languages, and was seen as a perfect girl. All the family's expectations were on her shoulders to marry a guy with a similar status, to bring honor to the family name. She was their prized possession, destined for a life of luxury and a powerful marriage that would elevate their family even further. She was a bird in a gilded cage, trapped by the very wealth that was meant to give her everything. Meanwhile, Godam was 23 years old and just a hired two-role taxi driver. He came from a family of simple farmers and fishermen. He was a hard worker, honest, and a kind heart, but he came from a completely different world. His hands were calloused from work, his clothes were simple, and his life was a daily struggle just to make a living. He had none of the wealth, reputation, or honor to Matt Gill's family. The difference wasn't just about money. It was a huge wall of social stigma and tradition between them from the very start. A wall that everyone in their society believed was impossible to climb. The whole thing began when Godam was hired to drive Gil to college every day. Her family, living on the mainland of Phang, wanted to make sure she got to her college in Phuket safely. That daily routine gave them a chance to talk and get to know each other. At first, Gil probably just saw him as a nice guy, friendly guy. But for Godam, every day he saw her smile, his heart slowly started to fall for her. He would wait for her patiently, his old taxi polished and ready just for those precious few moments of her company. Their conversations began with simple pleasantries. The weather, her schoolwork, his day, but soon they start to deepen. Gil would talk about the pressure that she felt from her family, the endless expectations, and the loneliness that came with being a perfect girl. Godam in turn would share stories of the sea, the simple joys of a good catch, the beauty of the untouched nature around them. He taught her to see the world not through the lens of social status, but through the beauty of simple things. Godam's sincerity and kindness slowly filled a void in Gil's heart. Even though she came from a wealthy family, she longed for a genuine, simple kind of love. She grew up in a world full of rules and expectations, where every move was a performance. But in Godam's little taxi, she found a place where she could truly be free and just be herself. She could love without restraint, share her fears without judgment, and for the first time, feel like someone saw her for who she truly was, not just for her family name. Their love blossomed quietly and beautifully. They knew it had to be a secret, but they couldn't help themselves. The little taxi became their sanctuary, their secret bubble of happiness. Godam used his trusty taxi to create memories for them. He didn't take her to fancy places, but to beautiful and peaceful spots. He drove her to secluded beach, where the waves whispered their secrets, or to hidden waterfall in the jungle where no one could find them. They would sit for hours, just talking and dreaming. One day, while they were by the sea, Godam asked Gil if she knew how to swim. Yeah, she couldn't. He gently took her hand and looked out at the vast ocean. What's there to be scared of? He said, his voice soft down there. It's a completely different world. It's beautiful and serene. Not chaotic like the world of here. It's peaceful. These quiet moments of shared dreams and fears drew them even closer together. They weren't a rich girl and a taxi driver. They were just Gil and Godam, spending time together, lost in their own world. Every moment they shared, Godam took care of Gil the best he could, making her feel like his world was a place where she could truly be herself. They would talk about their dreams of living a simple life together, of building a small house to share, a house with a garden, maybe a fishing boat. A life free from the suffocating pressure of wealth and expectations. In that dream world, social status and class were never an issue. Only that love mattered. But in a small town where everyone knows everything, keeping a secret love was impossible. Gil's parents started getting suspicious because of her weird behavior, like coming home later than usual or seeming happier, like she was hiding something. They noticed the change in her, a newfound joy that didn't fit with the life they had planned for her. Plus, neighbors or acquaintances probably saw them together. A daughter of prominent family with a common taxi driver, and gossip spread like wildfire, eventually reaching the ears of her family. Their beautiful secret was out. When the truth came out, Gil's father wasted no time and completely forbid them from seeing each other. He confronted her with a cold fury, seeing the family's honor and reputation at his reason. He couldn't accept his daughter dating a man of a lower status. To him, that love was just a ridiculous fling that would destroy the family's name, a betrayal of everything they had built. He saw Godam not as a kind man, but as a stain on their pristine reputation. Not only that, but Gil's father also tried to arrange a marriage for her with the son of another wealthy family. Well, back then, arranged marriages were normal, as parents hoped for a stable life for their kids. The chosen suitor was a man of great wealth and standing, someone who would ensure the family legacy. This just piled on immense pressures and pain for both Gil and Godam. They both knew that love was seen as a sin that had to be erased from society, a mistake that had to be corrected. The world was telling them that love was invalid, a sickness that had to be cured. But those happy moments were short as the sunrise and sunset. Before cruel reality came crashing down on them, they were pushed to the edge, a point where they had to make a choice. Give up their love and life separate. Miserable lives, or fight for it in a way no one expected. On February 19, 1973, When her family's arranged marriage bloomed, Gil ran away to fight Godam. He then made the difficult decision to take her home. However, even when they went to Godam's house, his own parents rejected them, making it clear they did not accept Gil or their son's actions. With no support from either family, the couple felt utterly abandoned and hopeless. When their love was pushed to breaking point, Godam and Gil realized they couldn't fight against the pressure from their families and society anymore. Their hidden love was about to end with a permanent separation. The arranged marriage was imminent, and their hopes for a simple life together were fading into painful, impossible dreams. Then on February 20, 1973, in the daytime, the tragedy happened. The day was filled with tension and whispered goodbyes. They had both come to devastating, silent agreement. It was the only way they saw to be together forever. A heartbreaking story says that before that night, Godam had asked a local fisherman about the depth and current of the water under the bridge, in preparation for the end they had chosen. The question wasn't just about the danger, but about certainty of the path they were taking toward the end. He needed to be sure that this final act would be absolute, that there would be no return back, no hope of recuse, and no second chance. They rode his two-row taxi to the middle of Sarasin Bridge. The sea breeze was cool, the sun was out, but their hearts were heavy with a final desperate sadness. No words were spoken, only tears. They held each other one last time, feeling the warmth and love that society had so cruelly denied them. They looked at each other one last time and said goodbye to this cruel world with the biggest expression of their love. It was a silent, solemn promise that their souls would be together forever. Police and relatives later filed a letter from both of them, a heartbreaking final testament to their love. In it, they explained their decision and felt a final wish that they be laid to rest in a single coffin, so they would never be separated. The couple used traditional loincloths to tie themselves together, a symbol that their love would never be separated, and not even they could tear them apart. This was a profound act, a final and unbreakable bond. It wasn't just a physical tie. It was a symbolic act of defiance against a world that tried to pull them apart. With their bodies bound as one, they then decided to jump into the dark water below the bridge, ending their lives to prove that true love really exists, and that it was stronger than any social rule or family expectation. On February 22, 1973, their intertwined bodies were found and recovered by third parties, forever cementing their place in local folklore. The tragic love story of Godam and Gil has become a legend, turning Sarasin Bridge into more than just a bridge. It's a monument to a true love that fought against social class division, and a reminder that sometimes pure love has to face obstacles that are just too sad to overcome. The story isn't just a tale. It's a cautionary warning and a heartfelt plea. We can look at this story from a deeper angle. Their decision might not have just been an escape from their problems, but a protest against the social value of that time that saw interclass love as a mistake. It might have been the only way they chose not to let their families or anyone else judge the value of their love. It was a declaration that their love was important and valuable enough to be worth their lives. In a society that denied them the right to be together in life, they chose to be together in death. A final act of rebellion against an unjust world. Their intertwined bodies become an emblem of defiance, forever etched into the folklore of the region. Psychologically, their decision shows a state where people feel like they have no power or choices to control their own lives. They weren't driven by despair alone, they were driven by a profound need for their love to have meaning. When society wouldn't accept them as a couple, ending their lives became the only way for their love to live on forever as a legend that no one could take away. It was a tragic form of agency, a way to reclaim control over their own narrative. They chose to be remembered as lovers who died for their love, rather than living as individuals who gave up on it. In the end, their actions showed up old social value and made people back then question the real meaning of love. Should it be judged by status or by heart? The story spread far and wide, making people question the very foundations of their society. Their actions became an inspiration for future generations to dare to stand up for true love and make society start to look at the value of a person more than a class. It was a wake-up call that the old ways might not always be the best, and that true love, no matter the circumstances, is a powerful force that deserves to be respected. The tragic and immortal love story of Kodam and Gil has been turned into different art forms. One of them is a Thai film that brought this story to a massive audience, solidifying their place in the cultural psyche of Thailand. This movie beautifully showed their love, pain, and struggle. It didn't just tell their story, it romanticized it, turning their tragedy into a powerful, emotional experience. The film was a huge hit, capturing the hearts of so many people, and the music from the film became a cultural hit, making the legend even more famous. A love song that was not directly in the film, but became a hit around the same time, was often associated with the film's nostalgic and romantic feel, further embedding the story in the pop culture of the era. The movie was a cultural landmark, a testament to how deeply this story resonated with the Thai people, and most recently, the film Sarasin Bridge of Love 2216 on 2023, directed by Ekachai Sivichai, This latest adaptation reinterprets the story from a more contemporary perspective, exploring the social dynamic and the psychological weight of their decision with a modern eye. Each new version brings a fresh look to this timeless tale, making sure that the legacy of Godam and Gil continue to live on and inspire new generations to question social norms and stand up for what they believe in. Today, the original Sarasin Bridge was a new role. A second parallel bridge, Sarasin 2, was built to handle the modern traffic between Phuket and Phang. The original Sarasin Bridge, where this tragic story took place, is now a pedestrian bridge. It has become a scenic viewpoint and a popular check-in landmark for tourists, known as a monument to true love. Many people who visit now believe that if you drive over the bridge, you should close your eye, hold your breath, and make a wish for love, and it will come true. This is a personal belief passed down through local folklore, turning the sight of a tragic ending into a symbol of hope for new beginnings. I really hope today's story gave you all something to think about, a deeper understanding of Godam and Gil love, and of course about yours love. Yes, that's all for today. And Siam's Sinister story had to sign off. See you in the next episode. And now, bye. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you want to watch Sarasin Bridge of Love 2216, the 2023 versions is available on Netflix. It have only like Thai audio, but it have like Thai and English subtitle. I want to let you know in case maybe you interested. That's all I want to say. I'm really leaving now, but don't forget to hit subscribe.